All right, Gene, are you ready to be counted in?
I'm fucking ready, bitch.
Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Where my mom's at? Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at? Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at?
Where My Mom's At podcast with Christina P.
When is this airing?
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now? Mm-hmm. Okay, I already did stand up live. Thank you for coming out in Phoenix. I don't know, it was May 5th, 2 weeks, West Palm Beach, Florida. One night only. Sorry, May 6th. May 5th is already sold out. YMH Live. We're going to do that. Chomaha, Omaha, Nebraska, June 3rd through 6th.
It's been a week.
Yeah. Short Lake Titties, Puta. We added a show there as well. San Antonio, Tejas. At the LOL Club.
Ooh, in July.
In July, yes. It's coming. Liberty Township, Ohio. Liberty Funny Bone in July. Columbus, Ohio. August 13th. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I've never done this club. Bricktown, September 23rd through 25th. Indianapolis, Denver in October. November, Raleigh, North Carolina. I mean, so many places. Orlando. And that's ChristinaPOnline.com for tickets. Come see me. These shows are really special. I can sense the energy because people are finally out and living their lives and people just love it. Now, that is a very life-affirming message. Just as Nadav puts in, R.I.P. DMX. Thanks. I was trying to lift people up.
Well, it's the first show that we've recorded since its passing, and it's just posthumously. I can't believe that he did that song for us, and
I know, cost us a fortune, $500,000, but worth every penny when you think about how much people love that our
totally
theme
worth
song.
It. Yeah, totally worth it.
So rest in peace, DMX. I'm so sad. He was so young. What was he, in his 50s or something?
Yeah, wild.
Oh, goodness, you guys. Stay off the drogas, right? I didn't know that he was into that stuff. I didn't know.
Yeah, I think he was into it as when he was younger, and he just kind of kept on with it.
Yeah, see, that's the key, guys. If you young whippersnappers are listening, hold on, I'm working on my posture. Look at that posture, guys. Look at that shit. I have the hugest boobs in the podcasting game. As we saw Tina on the live show. But I refuse to let them hold my back down. Okay, here we go. What was I going to say?
DMX.
DMX.
He was young.
Oh, so here's the story, whippersnappers. If you're listening, look, you do drugs in your teen years like you're supposed to. You do drugs in college. And then by the time you graduate college, let's stop the drugs. Okay, maybe you do pot. Pot is acceptable your whole life. I feel that's not even a drug. It's legal, right? It's like alcohol.
Right. Yeah.
But no more, listen, once you graduated from college, no more cocaine, no more hard drinking, right? No more if you're ordering shots, and you're like 40, something's wrong.
I mean, look, if you want to be lame starting at the age of 22, maybe you could extend that window a little past college.
Lame. No, here's my rules. You can still party. I'm not saying don't party, but you're not going to be doing like beer and a shot every night.
You know what?
That shit's done.
I agree with that.
Done.
I haven't done I don't actively seek out shots since I graduated college, and I turn them away.
Okay.
Now.
So here's what you're going to knock off after college. Shots in addition to, you know what I mean? You're not supplementing your drinking. That's done. No more Long Island iced teas.
Yeah.
No more.
You finished that in 12th grade, though. That's when you should be done with that.
Wait, we talked about this at lunch a while ago. How the Long Island iced tea, this is like the first drink you learn to drink with because you're like, it's as many alcohols as possible and it's like $12, man.
Yeah, it's the most cost efficient.
It is, but this is so disgusting now. Like, would you ever drink a Long Island iced tea now?
I'd be afraid to.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid to.
Because it's different alcohols. Like, aren't those the alcohols you're not supposed to mix?
Well, see, all I know is like, hey,
beer before liquor, never been sicker, dog. Like it's.
Why did you say that like a cholo?
I don't know. It's laugh now, cry later. It's like
it's smile now, cry later. God, you're so. God, would you stop culturally appropriating cholos? How dare you?
I'm sorry, Gene.
Yeah, so then you do Long Island iced tea. But actually, my first alcohol was vodka and orange juice. That's like the first thing you do at 13.
Yep. The old screwdrivers.
Mm-hmm. And then you get creative and you order Manhattans in college and you drink whiskey and then you vomit a few times.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple liquor. Everyone has like one night with tequila where you're like, I don't think tequila's for me. And then you like taste it the next morning. You're like, I think I'm never going to have that again. And then, next weekend rolls around and you're like, all right.
It's disgusting. I went through a tequila phase, like over the pandy, where I was like, I'm going to try to lose weight and I'm going to drink tequila. I'm just going to sip. So I would go and I'd order like really top shelf tequila.
Ooh, fancy.
It was good, like with agave. So you're not like hammered. You're just kind of, that shit makes you loose, bro.
Yeah, you're not being irresponsible. You're being sophisticated.
Sophisticated. Oh, before I forget, speaking of rappers, guess what, guys? If you haven't heard, now you heard, your main mommy is now a rapper. Thank you. I made a rap song. I'm sorry, Tom says I'm supposed to say I dropped a record with Krayshawn, very famous rapper.
You guys are horny.
That's her. I'm telling you, it was one of the coolest things in my life. I guess what had happened was I was rapping Gucci on this show, right? Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada.
I think we released it as a promo. I think it was a video where you were singing it in here in the control room. And I was like, this is too good. You need to post this.
Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. I'm a huge Krayshawn fan. And she saw it. She saw me doing her raps. And she reached out on DM and she's like, I think we should talk. And I was like, oh my God. I fangirled hard. She came on YMH. And then I was like, maybe we should do a mom song because she's also a mom. And that was it. And before I knew it, I was in a recording studio and I was making a rap song. And it's the craziest process. And I have so much respect for rappers. I always have. But seeing how they, literally it's just like the guy comes up with a beat, your producer. And then Krayshawn's like, okay, here's my verse. And she just writes it to the music.
Damn.
Yeah, we just sat next to each other writing. And I remember I was like, dude, I've never done this before. Can you?
Yeah, Christina, describe your process.
Oh my God.
And finding the right rhymes and
horrible.
such.
I'm so horrible. So, here I am, I write jokes. So jokes aren't too dissimilar from the idea of song lyrics, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, she's just scribbling. And I go, dude, I don't know how to do this. Help me. And she's like, oh yeah. She's like, you're not a rapper. I'm like, no, I'm a fucking comedian. Help. So she did her stuff. And then she's like, okay, now let's write your part. And then I tell her what I wanted to say. And then she'd help me put it in, rap.
In rap form.
Rap form. What is that? It's not iambic pentameter, Chris. What is?
It's bars.
Bars, homie.
Dropping
bars, bro. And it was so embarrassing for me. And I was really self-conscious. And like, I just felt really corny. But then once you get in the sound booth, it's like anything else. If you just like forget that you're being embarrassed or embarrassing, you just get into it. And it was super fun. So it's called the Mom Song.
Oh yeah. And I listened to your verse. You crushed it.
Thanks, buddy. You're sweet. Dude. You're sweet. If you weren't on my payroll, I would believe you. But
no. I genuinely mean that. You crushed your verse.
Thanks, bro. Hey, I work with the best. Krayshawn is the best. And shout out to her new album. It's called World's Biggest Idiot. And we also have a remix on there. I think
already
there's a remix on there. It's a hit. It's a banger, you guys. So all the moms out there, this is a shout out for you. So it's called the Mom Song, and it's I think there's so much mom stuff is kind of too corny. So Krayshawn and Mom Tits makes one.
Cool.
So fucking cool. But apropos our discussion before my rap debut, going through phases of things. So stop doing the hard shots, stop doing hard drugs. You can smoke pot your whole life. I think that's okay.
Yeah, but I would like to say, you could throw a week, like a hallucinogen once every couple of years. I feel like that's a good tune-up.
A tune-up, and I think that goes timeless. You can do a hallucinogenic thing anytime, just not all the time.
Right. It's a sometimes treat. It's
sometimes.
Yeah. It's like once every couple birthdays. It's just like, hey, bro, we're going to Joshua treat. Let's get it.
Well, I have a friend who is into ketamine. And she makes it sound like it's just you have visions and everything. Wait, what is ketamine? I'm not sure I know. Like, I'm not that cool. Krayshawn, I think, references it on our mom song, and I had to act cool. Like, I've heard the word ketamine, but I don't know what it is.
I think it's a horse tranquilizer that...
Sweet. Perfect.
I think it's supposed to help with depression, too. Ketamine is a medication primarily used for starting and maintaining anesthesia.
Sweet.
It induces dissociative anesthesia, a trance-like state, providing pain relief, sedation, and amnesia.
Dude, perfect. Sign me up. I wish I had amnesia for like the first 18, 20 years of my life. That would be great.
Oh, I was going to say, hey, you want some hard K? I think we could get that to you.
I don't even know if I can do hard drugs anymore. I was talking to my friend. I'm not even going to say this out loud. It's such a dumb thought. I'll just say it out loud. I don't care. I was like, I kind of wish I was on the spectrum. Just a little. So I don't have to connect.
You sound convinced that you're not.
I'm flattered because I think those people are really organized. They're really focused. I don't think I'm that focused. I think you've got to be...
No, see, because I think you're very good at some things. Just like, I feel like I'm good at some things, but I think that's what makes you a good person is that you're never sure,
Never sure.
It's like, I think I'm all there, but I'm not sure if people are just being nice to me and telling me I'm normal,
There's yeah. I realized too is that there's just people who have to hold it together in various degrees. Like doctors, if you work as a doctor, you just have to act normal all the time. And then
what a bummer.
It's so hard. I could not do it. And then there's people like you and me that were allowed to be weird for a living.
Yeah.
So it opens the door to other weird shit that I just do now. Like
what other weird shit? Oh,
okay.
Yeah, you walked in today with a half gallon of milk
in my purse.
In your purse.
Because I was worried that there's no creamer for the coffees here. So I was like, I'll just bring my own because I hate drinking black coffee.
Which was such a relief that you brought it for this place because I just saw you walk in and I'm like, do you just walk around with a half gallon in your
I love
purse?
it.
What's going on here?
I just drink whole milk. It tastes great. It's good. It's very refreshing and hydrating.
Makes your bones good.
What adults do you know that just chug whole milk?
Oh, bro. I learned the hard way that you're not allowed as an adult to order a glass of milk at a restaurant.
No.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Well, because we went to a place for dessert and I got a cheesecake is like my favorite dessert.
I love cheesecake.
And what pairs really nice with a slice of cheesecake?
Whole milk.
A glass of whole milk.
Gross.
And the waiter asked me if I was joking when I ordered it.
They're like, are you 5?
I was like, no, I'm an adult and I have money. Give me a glass of milk. And then...
Wow, you got real sassy with them.
Well, yeah, because I thought I was in the right. And then all my friends started laughing at me. I'm like, oh, I see. It's me that's the idiot.
Yeah, you're a child. You're a fucking child.
Look, dude, milk fucks, homie.
Milk does not fuck, okay? Not past the age of 5. You stop drinking this shit. Okay, let's get into some follow-ups and then we'll do some other story. We just have so much business to catch up on. First of all, new developments in my mom fails. I haven't, gosh. So I curse. I really tried to curb it in front of the children. And what I do is if one of the kids starts to say shit, I just go, hey, the word is not inherently bad. You'll just get in trouble if you say it at school, and I'll get in trouble. You just make it like it's not a big deal, dude. You're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get fucked with, bro. Also, I go, when you're 16, you can swear. I don't care. You're 16, you're a person.
Ooh, 16 is the age?
I think so. By then, you're almost 2 years out of the house, 2 years until you're 18.
Right.
So
and you're driving then.
They're fine. Yeah, you're an adult, 16. But so now every time I curse, Ellis goes, Mom, don't say shit. Mom, don't say fuck. And I think it's so cute that now he's telling me not to curse, which is
that's actually, you really ninja'd him into
Really?
Yeah, dude, that's some sneaky parenting. Like
God,
now he's checking other people's cursing. He's the good kid.
I love that. Oh, I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah, homie.
God, I'm so good at this. Prescription acne treatment really works, but it's hard to get. You have to take time off work to see a doctor and sit in line at the pharmacy for your medications until Apostrophe. Apostrophe makes it easy to see a board-certified dermatologist online. You'll get treated immediately and your medications are delivered to your home. So easy. Simply fill out Apostrophe's online questionnaire about your skin concerns and medical history. Then just snap a few selfies and your dermatologist will get back to you with a customized treatment plan tailored just for you. It's not just for adult acne. You can reduce dark spots, improve your skin texture, whatever problems you're having, eczema, anything. So get $15 off your first visit with a board-certified dermatologist at apostrophe.com/WMMA and use our code WMMA. This code is only available to our listeners. To get started, just go to apostrophe.com/WMMA and click begin visit. Then use the code WMMA at sign up and you'll get $15 off your dermatology visit. That's apostrophe.com/WMMA and use that code WMMA to get your dermatology visit for $15 off. And we thank Apostrophe for sponsoring the podcast. I've been working out. I'm finally doing it. Middle-aged and I'm working out. And I've been drinking liquid IV because it is so hydrating. It's so much more hydrating than drinking regular water. Tom and I are just so into it. We have a container of liquid IV next to our beds at night, and we even have little contests to see who can drink more. We love it because it's got vitamin C. It boosts your immune system. Not only that, it tastes delicious. There's watermelon flavor. Oh, I love it. I love it. Did you know that it has zinc too? I love that. Second most abundant trace mineral in your body. It supports immune, cell health, and function. WellMune is a naturally sourced beta-glucan that's proven to help strengthen your immune system. Not only that, they have great flavors like tangerine, and it really just tastes so good. Get your Liquid IV's hydration multiplier plus immune support in bulk at Costco or order online and get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code WMMA at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you get better hydration today using promo code WMMA at liquidiv.com. I can't tell if my shrink was fucking with me today. I did my sesh with her and I was like, look, I'm at the stage in my life where I really, I think I figured out what my priorities are. I'll put that topic back. Okay, it's there. I figured out what it means to be a human and what's like important. And I really want to teach my kids that. So I was like, yeah, I really believe in resilience. I think that's such an important quality in every human being, resilience, because the world is just going to throw stuff at you all the time. It's really important to rise to the challenge instead of, wilt and just do drugs and jack off and watch porn all day and hide. And also, being vulnerable and being emotionally connected and making your loved ones priorities. And she was kind of like, yeah, I mean, you really can't force anybody. Like that kid's got to be open to those values in a sense. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Cause I really want to mold them into versions of me. Like that's what I'm.
But I think that's classic parenting.
Isn't that is it pointless to parent? Is it like, so I'm wondering like, how much of it is nature nurture and is it just, you throw stuff against the wall. They watch you for their entire lives. You model as positively as you can. And I mean, look, you hope that they pick up on the stuff that you dig. So what about you, Nadav? Were your parents modeling? You're very resilient. I would give you credit. You're very hardworking. You're disciplined.
Thank you.
Thank you. And is that did anyone teach you those values?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I remember this one time when my parents first made me start taking out the trash, like for trash day. Mm-hmm. I remember they're like, all right, you got to take this out every Monday or Thursday. I forget what day of the week it was. I was like, can't we just like keep it in the front yard so I don't have to drag it all the way from the backyard?
That's
to the
what
front?
I would do. And I'd be like, I just put the trash in the front yard from now on.
Right. And then my dad was just like, what are you, Chinese? And I was like, I don't even understand what that means. I thought they were hardworking. I guess not. And then I think from that day on, I just kind of shaped up.
So shame. Shame is such a great tool for parenting. No, just kidding. That he basically shamed you. Now, do the Chinese keep their trash cans out front? I didn't know that.
I don't know. I think he was making like a lazy reference, which really
they're not lazy at all.
I know. They're the hardest working people in the world. Like, it really confused me. But I was like, oh, okay, don't be late. Like, that's what I learned from that.
I mean, I respect the Chinese work ethic so much. Like, you want it's Christmas Day, you want Chinese food? Guess what? They're open.
Yeah. No, yeah, the Chinese
New Year's
love the
Day?
Jays because of that.
Open. Yeah, like, they never close. What are you talking about?
Oh, and then another cool thing that my dad did. And I think I've said this on the show before, but like because, kids like to complain a lot.
Oh, God, yeah. They got a PhD in complaints, yeah.
And so whenever I complained about something, my dad immediately brought up a story how he had a childhood friend that died of the thing I was complaining of.
Right.
He's just I'm like, my shoulder hurts. He's like, oh, dude, I had a friend, his shoulder fell off. I'm like, what? Like, everything was just like, oh, you're about to break through and fall through the ice, homie.
Yeah. My father would constantly, and my mother went up too on the tragedy scale. Like, hey, I don't want to do my homework. You don't want to do homework? When I was a child, we didn't have pencils to do homework. Like, you are lucky you have paper. I'm like, oh my God, okay.
I wish I could do homework.
Yeah, I wish I could read. What? That's how hard it was. God. We were just raised by savages, and
Look, yeah, we were raised by foreigners, That's what it is. It's like... It is. Yeah, I mean, my mom has always been someone that's most comfortable when she's uncomfortable. And I think...
Shit, of course.
I think I got that from her,
Yeah, that survival instinct, the survivor, is just, you're always in survival mode when you're an immigrant. It's like, it's so hard. It's got to be hard for them. Oh my God, imagine how they feel.
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine. Who gives a shit? They don't have feelings. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's do some follow-ups, guys. Really important topics. Poop coffee is the subject line of this one. My husband and I are so fully vested in this morning coffee while pooping tradition, we installed a shelf to hold the coffee while scrolling through TikTok. Keep them high and tight. Marina, wow. Did they provide? Here's the image. Let's get this straight. So this is a shelf in the pooper. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. And I'll tell you what.
It's pretty good.
I'm in love with this idea.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
A shit shelf.
Because what I've always done is there's either a counter that you put it on.
Blowing my mind right now, yeah.
Or you try and balance it like on the toilet paper roll thing.
You can't do that.
I mean, I've tried. And it's the designated shelf is so much better.
Man, I am just blown away. Now you know what's going to come, right, is all these people get your poop flakes in your coffee because you're shitting next to your open coffee mug. Who cares? They're fine. They're fine.
Yeah.
I probably lick poo-poo off my hands all day from wiping my kids.
Bro,
It's fine.
You probably have poo-poo in your ears. Like, there was...
I know.
I was moving over your headphones from the YMH set to this one, and like every time I get your headphones, the part that goes, because they're in-ear headphones.
Okay.
The foam is always touching the floor whenever, because what you do, you just rip them out and then you walk away.
Throw them down. I don't care. But no ear infections. No
which
negative,
is wild.
Which is no negative repercussions. I'm healthy as a horse. Thank you, resilience. So, I'll do this Pajitsky effect I had apropos this discussion of poop coffee. Thank you for sharing this, Marina. That's really a revelation. So this year I discovered that you can drink alcohol in the shower. Recently discovered you can drink coffee in the shower.
Woo.
Now, how do I do that? Did I build a shelf? No. Luckily, thanks to my husband's debilitating, crippling accident back in December, he was unable to shower standing up. So we have a handicapped shower bench in our shower. We still haven't taken out. Why? Because we're lazy. But he doesn't need it anymore. I leave it there just in case.
Yeah, you're like, that's for the next owners to take care of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll donate. I think we're waiting to donate it to like some people who can use it.
Gotcha.
But so I decided to use my husband's handicap seat in the shower as a coffee shelf. And I push it out of the stream, right out of the way of the water. And now I can drink my coffee. But the only problem is I like to drink my coffee, take a dump, and then shower. So this is usually the second cup of coffee of the day.
Okay.
You know?
So you're not just like sitting on the bench drinking your coffee.
No, I hate sitting in the shower. My husband loves it. I fucking hate it. Well, because the stream is so high up and it comes and then it gets in my ears and then it's like, beating down on me. It's like, ugh, it's all over my head. I don't like getting the top of my head wet over and over again. You know what I mean? No. Like a dog, like a hose on a dog. You're like, ugh.
What?
I hate water dumping just on my head the whole time. When I shower.
That's a shower.
No, it hits the back of my neck. I like to aim it down, neck down, and then I wet my hair, and then I do that. Yeah.
All right.
Well, you're just dogs, but men are dogs.
That is true.
You just stand there and let it just pummel your head, get in your eyes, the water.
Yeah. I got a half gallon of shampoo and conditioner mixed in one thing, and I pump it out, and I buy it once a year.
Okay. Let's do some voicemail follow-ups. Thank you for sharing. Unbelievably bizarro.
Hey, Christine.
Hi,
this
Mommy.
is Stephanie from Portland. I just want to say that Cobra Kai is my favorite show.
Thank you.
And Robbie is hot AF. So I don't care what any of these other bitches are saying. Robbie is fine.
Thank you.
And Hawk is pretty hot, too. I also love Miguel. I don't know.
I love Miguel.
I love all the Cobra Kai dudes.
Yeah,
I'm pretty into it. And I think you're right. And I love you. Keep them high and tight.
Thank
Peace
you.
out.
Thank you. See, another desperate mom. Let's look up Miguel, Cobra Kai. He's handsome. So now Miguel is the lead character. And, I'm not going to give too much away, but he has a tragedy happen. There he is in the hospital, season 3. And it gets pretty touch and go for a minute there. But thank God he's nothing bad to look at, Yeah, there he goes. Oh, geez. Oh, Miguel. What are you doing?
Sweet, sweet Miguel.
Listen, they're all over 18. They're all like 22-year-old boys playing 15-year-olds. It's not my fault they're playing the part of 15-year-olds. They're 22, 23-year-old men, really. Shut up. Hi, Mommy. Thank you for introducing me to the 72-hour milking schedule. You're welcome. For those of you who don't know, I have a theory that men, the husband, in order to function properly, must be milked every 72 hours, otherwise suffer at your own peril. Now, I've installed this policy in my house and the results have been outstanding. I get my car detailed without having to ask. The trash gets taken out without me having to ask. It just it makes your life better. I do it for him, not for me. Well, sometimes for me. I do, and sometimes I enjoy sexual intercourse, not all the time.
How long have you been keeping that schedule for?
This pandy really opened my eyes to Tom's cycles, spending time with him. And I started observing him in the wild at home. And I was like, boy, you're just a fucking mess after 3 days. And then I just got in there and I, made a conscious decision to just intervene.
Wow. So this is kind of like a new recent discovery.
This year, the pandemic year.
Wild.
Yeah. And cooking. Like he really loves food and sex. Go figure. What a complicated male. Men are so complex.
Yeah, it only took a decade or two to figure that
15,
out, right?
17 years. Yeah, 17 years together. But I'll tell you what, it did take time. It took, so you guys can benefit from the time I put into my marriage. We've been together for 16 years. And I think it takes time to get comfortable enough with somebody to just be so open about it and be like, hey dude, like are you just fucking, you need to get milk right now? Is that what's wrong? Like, and for him to be like, yeah, that's great. I like that, and I think my husband anyways, is so afraid of like pushing the issue, especially when you have kids, the woman doesn't want to do it. And, a lot of dudes don't get laid either in their relationship. So it's a touchy issue in marriage, sex can be. So this woman writes, thank you for introducing me to the 72-hour milking schedule. I have been putting this method to practice and my life is forever changed. Yes, my husband now does his share of the household chores and more without me having to ask. He has been so willing to jump up to help whenever I ask because he knows he will be thanked later. I have asked him if his enthusiasm for helping out around the house is probably because he's being milked regularly. And he said, I never thought about it, but probably. You are a genius and I am forever grateful for your teachings, Ashley. See, this is the best part of the 72-hour milking is that they don't know. They don't even know what you're doing. It's voodoo. It's your female witchcraft. You just milk them and then they'll do whatever you want. I got to write that down. It really is. It's just your female witchcraft. And they're, that's all they want is D-touches. That's why they build empires, become millionaires, work out, and not to say that women aren't motivated by reproduction too, right? We want a male. We want a strong, virile man. Let's do another voicemail follow-up.
Hey, Mom. This is Sam in California, and I have been a nanny for 23 years, and I loved your show with Dr. Jessica, and I wanted to comment on kids eating vegetables and eating stuff that they don't think that they want to eat. And I have found a lot of easy ways to sneak food in. I make macaroni and cheese with a whole head of cauliflower. I roast it, puree it, add some milk and a ton of cheese, and use that as the base for my mac and cheese. Mm-hmm. I also slip lots of fruits and veggies into smoothies because kids think that smoothies are great. And if you get caught putting kale in your smoothies, then make popsicles out of the smoothie ingredients and make popsicles. And get the kids to eat veggies and fruits that way. Keep it high and tight.
Perfect. Those are great suggestions. Thank you. Also, I advise showing them Popeye, the Sailor Man. Now, Popeye, I mean, look, I know that is he canceled yet? I don't know, but is he toxically masculine? Probably.
I don't think Popeye, maybe Bluto though.
Yeah, Bluto's canceled, but Popeye is, I love him. Number one, he's a solid citizen. He's an American. He's in the military. He's in the Navy, as we know. He's a sailor man. He stands up for Olive. He's a fucking solid human. He's a good dude. He's faithful. He's loyal. He's always trying to please Olive. And the best part is he eats his spinach. And the spinach makes him strong and helps him beat up the bad guys, the bullies, right? So you show this to your kid, and they will eat spinach thanks to Popeye. I got Ellis and Julian on the spinach kick because of Popeye, and now they eat their spinach.
Oh yeah, that's why I ate spinach as a kid.
Right, me too.
Yeah.
I actually believed I loved spinach because of Popeye.
Yeah, I'm like, if this super strong dude likes it,
yeah,
then why wouldn't I like it? I'm super strong.
Yeah, I'm super strong. Now, why do you think they made Popeye so short and Olive so tall? What do you think that choice was?
And that they made
weird.
Popeye look like he's 70 years old. Like, he has so many deformities.
Yeah, why? That's so funny. I mean, I guess because it's a funny drawing.
Right. Right. They're such an odd couple, you know?
Yeah, that must be the humor that she's tall and thin and he's short. And
yeah,
stout.
it's like, yeah, look at this oldie with this Uggo, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny. Although I would argue in today's world, they would be like, Popeye's great because it celebrates height differential relationships.
Don't be ageist.
Ageist or tallest or what? Heightest. And Olive is just she's taller than him. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. Very good. Popeye the Sailor Man. And he beats the shit out of bullies. I love that. Can't say that anymore today, but who gives a fuck? I'm so obsessed with my skylight frame. I set it up in less than 60 seconds. And it's not just like a regular frame. You put it up and you have an email address and you can email pictures, whatever you want. And it magically gets sent to this frame and the kids love it. The frame is right next to the kitchen table and the kids actually sit down and eat because why? They're looking at pictures of themselves and they love to see the rotation of the photographs. And it's great because family can send you pictures just to this email address. It's a great way to showcase the photos that you love. Now, as a special holiday offer, you can get $10 off your purchase of a skylight frame when you go to skylightframe.com and enter code Christina. That's right. To get $10 off your purchase of a skylight frame, just go to skylightframe.com and enter code Christina. That's SKYLIGHTFRAME.com and code Christina. Ooh, I love a great deal, and that's why I love Rebate Key. I can get cash back on thousands of items, whether it's something I need, something I want, or even gifts for others. You need to check this out too. It is simple, easy, and free. And let me tell you something. What's crazy is I have even found items on Rebate Key where they give you 100% cash back. That's right. So it's free, dudes. Search rebatekey.com to see all their exclusive deals. Make your purchase on the original retailer site, and then you enter your order ID on Rebate Key to secure your rebate. It's so great and so easy. I bought a bunch of kids stuff, and you feel like you're getting away with something. It's just the best. So now is the time to check out rebatekey.com. Just go to rebatekey.com to start earning cash back today. Remember, rebatekey.com. Okay, this one. I'm currently listening to episode 29, where you and Nadav talk about people spreading ashes in Disneyland. So this is a phenomenon we discussed before, that people will take their loved ones' ashes and get on like the Haunted Mansion and throw the ashes on the ride. Cause, well, my grandma loved Disneyland. Like, well, it's pretty unhygienic to spread dead people ashes on children's rides.
Could you get sick if you inhale dead people?
Good question.
Is that a super spreader?
Good question. It can't be good, but Google. Ingesting ashes of dead bodies? I can't be good. Oh, God. Well, you get back to me in an hour when you figure this one out. Okay. I used to work for an MLB team. What's MLB?
Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball team. And we always had people call in to ask if they could spread ashes down on the field. Oh, no. It's incredibly common and incredibly disturbing. Imagine the players diving for a ball and inhaling some of your Aunt Linda at the same time. Keep them high and tight. Alexa, yes, I agree. I've had to spread ashes, and you have to get a permit in California.
Really?
Yes. If you want to put your relatives in the ocean, you got to get.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's within a certain time amount you have to do it too.
Really?
Dude.
It can't be old ashes. It has to be fresh?
Freshies, bro. Fresh only.
I'd imagine you'd want it dried the fuck out.
I don't know if that matters.
It's just like you can't put it in the ocean until you've waited 5 years.
Let me tell you, the death industry is just that. It is like they get you when you're down, and then they're like, did you love your relatives? Yes. How much? How much? Does she deserve a coffin that is weather sealed? Or do you want the maggots to eat her 5 days sooner? It's like, oh God, coffins are like $10,000, $20,000.
Well, call me back into the earth, back from whence you came.
I know.
Get the shittiest coffin.
Same.
So that the soil could reabsorb you.
Same. Throw me in the fucking LA River. I don't care.
Well, I mean,
don't fucking care. I don't give a shit. It's a sewer anyways, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to throw dead bodies in sewers, though.
No, you have to cremate me first.
Oh, okay. Yep. You know what? In fact,
I'm giving you guys the official green light to cremate my body. And I want every one of you. Okay, so here's the other one. I want my ashes to be put in an amulet that each one of you will have some of me around your neck at all times. And you have, for the rest of your lives, you have to wear it. Okay,
this is some Billy Bob Thornton, Angelina Jolie shit, dog.
Yes, it is. Because you loved your employer so much.
I have to wear you around my neck?
Yes, of course. Okay, one more voicemail, and then we'll get into some new business. I'm very excited to get into.
Hey, Mommy. Just talking about the Passy, watching the current episode of Your Mom's House.
I have an update.
We let our kid go all the way to 3 years old, but leading up to his third birthday, we actually let him know that when he turns 3, we're not going to use the Passy anymore because he is too old for it. And we told him that several weeks in advance and continue to tell him that. And on his third birthday, he asked for it, and we told him, remember what we said, and it seemed to work. We are going on 4 months now without a Passy. And little man doesn't seem to ask for it anymore. So
Praise
I know
Allah.
that doesn't work for everybody, but
Praise
it worked for
Allah.
us.
Praise Allah.
And it was actually pretty amazing to see this little man grow up so fast. Thanks. Keep him high and tight.
Excellent. Now, I actually have a Passy update with Juju. So my 2.5, almost now 3-year-old, still was using his Passy. So here's what happened, dude. So Dr. Jessica was in here and we were discussing this. This is in the Dr. Jessica episode, the last one. And I was like, she's like, you know what? If it becomes an inconvenience for you, she mentioned that one night her husband, Mike, had to go out at 11 p.m. to go buy the freaking Passy because the kid was screaming for it and we didn't have one, blah, blah, blah. That night I went home, I went to bed, I woke up at 4 a.m. Juju was screaming because his Passy was out of his crib. Of course, my husband sleeps right through those cries. So I don't know if it's a gift that men just don't hear babies crying, but I do. And I got up and I had to fucking get his Passy back. And it was at that moment I went, oh, guess what? We're done. So the next day I was like, I told the whole family, this is it. Passys are no more. And I came downstairs, Juju was sucking it, and I go, hey, bud, what do you think? Are we, it's time to say goodbye to the Passy. What do you say? We say goodbye and we, we do big boy things now. And he went, okay. Handed it to me and he goes, where are you going to put it? I go, well, I'm going to put it up here on this high shelf. And then tonight when you don't sleep with it, it's going to go to Passy heaven, where all the other Passys that have helped babies go. And that's it. I didn't want to say the trash because I'm like, I just felt like, A, he's going to ask me to go back in the trash and find it again. And B, like, let's maybe some, respect. He's in heaven, the Passy heaven.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Hell yeah.
Haven't looked back. It turns out I was more attached to the Passy than he was. And it was like, he just totally was like, yeah, dude, I'm over this. This is fucking kid stuff. So it was pretty great.
I think it's actually like a real good lesson in that you could motivate kids to do anything.
Yeah.
As long as you're like, hey, would a big boy do that?
Oh boy, yeah.
You know, like at least boys respond very well to that.
Yeah, how dare you age shame? But yeah, I agree. You just go like, because he emulates his older brother, and Ellis doesn't use a Passy. So for sure. Okay. So that was very exciting. Now we're off the Passy. Next is the Lovies. But, no, he needs his fucking Lovies. Let me do some mom hacks. It has just been, do we have any other follow-up voicemails?
Yeah, we have one more
Let's
voicemail.
listen to that, and then we'll go into these. I love these. It's been a long time.
Hey, James, I'm listening to the episode 91, I think, the latest episode. Yeah, you have to put the seat down before you flush. Also, you're a fucking savage if you're going to someone's house that is a seat putter downer and you're just leaving it up. Like, I don't want your shit particles all over my toothbrush because I don't even let my shit particles all over my toothbrush. All right, bye, Jean.
She's really fired up.
This lady is crazy.
Yeah, I loved it. She was like, how dare you?
It's like, you can't even brown at someone's house that isn't a cedar putter downer. How do you even investigate?
I mean, look, I don't really brown at other people's houses, do you? How often are you browning?
It's got to be an emergency.
And you've got to be at somebody's a good friend house.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not shitting at a stranger's house. You're not shitting if it's like an early date, like if it's someone that you're dating, you're not shitting at their place for a while.
Oh my God. What a nightmare. I had my best friend in high school. We used to go to goth clubs and for some reason, every time we got to the club, she'd have to brown. And you know how hard it is to take a shit in a nightclub?
Yeah.
I mean, and we'd have to stand in line forever because I'd have to go with her, help her and whatever.
Yeah, the floors are all sticky.
Yeah, it's so gross, especially in Hollywood. All kinds of scumbags out there. Let's start off with some mom hacks. Let me do, I'll do an email one and then we'll get into some voicemails. Yeah. Laundry. Oh gosh, we talked about being broke and doing laundry. Oh, this one's a video, I believe, that accompanies this one. The mark of adulthood is when you move somewhere and you don't need to use quarters for the machine for the laundry. I'm a young, broke 22-year-old who struggles to pay the $3.50 a load. I found a way around Proto, and now I'm a cool guy, dumping free loads like Robert Paul champagne. Okay. I'm not going to say the rest of the sentence. You bet I'm covered up in May. Thanks, Hitler. Love you the most. So this hack comes from Gavin. You guys are going to love this one.
Here's a tip and trick for anyone that does quarter laundry. It can get expensive, as we all know. So here's a trick. you get these black coffee straws. You can get them for like 99 cents for 150 of them. You go ahead and shove this thing just enough to where like the quarters would start to drop back. And then you got to push these things down at an angle, about 45 degrees, and you can feel that they'll click in. And so you can just go ahead and push these in here.
Wow.
And you'll be able to pull them right back out when you're done. And bam, I just got to load. Kind of work these out. Start your laundry. Simple as that. So, there you go.
God damn.
I mean, props to this guy for figuring out that system. Like, how did he even figure that?
Yeah, did this take him like 10 years to figure it out? Like, how do you stumble upon that?
I don't know.
You find out that it's coffee straws that does it?
Yeah, how do you, like, which material? I know I would try, like, foreign coins. I'd probably be like, I don't know, but also, is this legal? I don't know.
Stealing? Nah.
And also, he had such a hard time pulling those straws out. I was thinking to myself, what if he breaks the machine?
Oh, yeah, homie. Like,
oh, God.
This video is going to cause a lot of washing machines to break all across America. A lot of landlords are going to hate where my mom's at.
Oh, my God. I would be so pissed if I was a landlord and I saw some kid jacking my machine like that. Oh, my God. But hey, man, I agree. It's fucking expensive. $3.50 a load is a little ridiculous. Not only that, it's a pain in the ass to find quarters when you're that, like, come on, dude. Wasn't there a quarter shortage too during the pandy?
Yeah.
There was. So it's like you're asking young people to find shit that A, doesn't exist anymore. And like, dude, I don't know. I always believe that it should be free. What are you doing? Can't you factor it into the cost of my rent?
The laundry?
Yeah. Fucking charge me 10 extra bones a month so that I don't have to find quarters.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't that just be the civilized thing to fucking do? Ugh.
I mean, I'm into that.
Yeah, why are they gouging these kids that are already broke? It makes me so fucking crazed.
I'll tell you what, though. This kid is going to be a
in jail?
billionaire.
Oh. Yeah, he's going to be a billionaire if he takes this great mind of his and put it towards good use, not like jacking and, you know, doing illegal things. Definitely.
Homie, it's like,
definitely.
You see what he could do with 100 pack of coffee straws. Imagine you give this guy $1,000. What's he going to do with that?
Gavin, I salute you. You're the smartest motherfucker that's ever written into this show. Thank you so much for sending that. I have so much respect for that. God, I do love sticking it to the man and cheating the system.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll tell you some stand-up comedian tricks that I've learned over the years. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you're a broke-ass feature act, you save the cards, the hotel cards. So like, let's say you're staying at the Courtyard Marriott, you know, you get your door card.
Right.
Okay, save that. And then whenever you're traveling, it'll basically get you can just have the card. It'll get you into any hotel of that chain and you can eat their continental breakfast.
What?
Be like, my card's not working. If they, for some reason, want to see it, but they won't, you just pull out like your old Marriott card. So you just have to go to the same chain. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But then aren't you, oh wait, so this is so that you could get free continental breakfast in your home city?
No,
because
if you're on the road somewhere else and you're like, oh, I go to that place I went to before last time I was in town or whatever.
But then wouldn't the hotel that you're currently staying at offer that?
Not all the time.
Okay.
No.
I don't travel a lot.
Sometimes you're not lucky enough to stay at a Courtyard Marriott. Sometimes you're at a Red Roof Inn. Sometimes you're at a shitty Motel 6. So that's a good one. Also, here's another hack I learned on the road. So when you stay on the road, you want to go buy groceries and stuff and keep them in your room, but you don't always get a fridge. Some hotels will charge you $20 a day for a fridge. Not if you're a diabetic.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this one.
You just say like, oh, I need it for my medication. And then they'll give you a fridge for free. And I used to do that all the time.
God damn, these are good hotel hacks.
Good hacks. Now, this one probably you can't do anymore, but parking at LAX is so expensive. And I heard of a comedian. So, you know, as comics, we have to park our cars at the airport, obviously, and then get a whatever, get on the flight. I knew a comic who once a year, I don't even know how I think he had a friend that worked at the airport, and he would pretend to be an employee of the airport and get a badge made.
What?
Just so that he could get the good parking and park for free. I don't know how he had the badge made, but he did every year. I'm sure you can't do it now because it's so probably tight security.
God damn.
Yeah, that's a good one, right?
Yeah, that's real good. That's ingenuity right there.
Yeah. So thank you, Gavin. Do you have any good life hacks?
Off the top of my head, I mean,
I feel like you would have a lot of shady fucking things that you do.
Yeah, I think I do. I gotta marinate on this a little bit. What are my life hacks? I mean, I used to be proud. Like in college, I thought I had a lot of hacks, but then you find out you're just like, oh no, that's just you doing it stupid. Like I remember I was out of Listerine. Like I was out of mouthwash. No, sorry, I was out of aftershave one time.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a shit ton of Listerine. And I was like, there's alcohol in Listerine, right? And I just poured Listerine on my face after I shaved.
So stupid.
And I was just like, I'm the smartest person alive.
But your face, did it feel weird on your face all day having the minty?
It made my eyes water like for most of the day.
Yeah.
Because the minty freshness is getting into your eyes. But that's good. It keeps you awake. It's a good hack.
That's true, Nadav. Sure.
Back when I was in high school, it's like, oh yeah, always ask for a water cup. You could fill that shit up with Sprite and say it's just club soda, dog.
On. Everybody did that shit. Come on. At McDonald's, Taco Bell.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
That was the jam right there. Sneaking into movies. Always did that growing up.
Oh yeah. Well, what we would do is we would wait for when we had like a group of movies that we wanted to see, and we'd pay for the first one, and then we would just spend the day in the movie theaters.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. Good times.
Now with the assigned seating, it's a little more difficult.
Yeah. Oh, I used to Universal Studios.
Yeah, dude.
I used to say I was an employee, and I'd be like, "Can I park in the employee lot?" Because it was way closer. Because I would do shows up there. And I don't want to fucking park all the way and drive. So I'd be like, I'm an employee. And then they're like, where's your badge? I forgot it. I left it at the restaurant.
And they're like, which one? Oh yeah, what was the one where you had the fucking peanut shells on the floor? Gladstones?
Oh, Christ.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. I would say Buca di Beppo. I'm a waitress at Buca di Beppo. By now, you've probably heard me talk about Prose, the world's most personalized hair care. Well, I want to share a few updates since using the custom formulas Prose sent me. And spoiler alert, it's the real deal. Now, mommy bleaches her hair, which is no bueno, but I love Prose because they know that there's more to you than just your hair type. Prose has given over 1 million consultations with their in-depth hair quiz, which is how I get started. With their algorithm and over 50 billion formula combinations, Prose determines a unique blend of ingredients to treat your exact concerns. Prose also has a review and refine feature. It lets me tweak my formulas for any reason, like change of address, hair color, or my diet. Believe it or not, if you're not 100% positive Prose is the best hair care you've had, they will take the products back. No questions asked. You have to try it. It's just the best. Prose is the healthy hair regimen with your name all over it. Take your free in-depth hair quiz and get 15% off your first order today. Go to prose.com/mom. That's prose.com/mom for your free in-depth hair quiz and 15% off. Moms, we deserve to know what we're putting in our bodies and why, especially when it comes to something we take every day, which is why I like Ritual vitamins. Ritual's clean, vegan-friendly multivitamin is formulated with high-quality nutrients in bioavailable forms your body can actually use. You know what's not in it? Sugars, GMOs, major allergens, synthetic fillers, and artificial colorants. Plus, it's mint taste. Minty, minty, minty. So when you take it, you know when they're like chalky and then you get nauseous? Not with Ritual. It's so much better, and they have a nice delayed release capsule design that makes taking your vitamins easy. I don't like taking vitamins until I started taking Ritual because they're usually so chunky and gross. Now available for women, men, and teens. Ritual multivitamins are scientifically developed to help support different life stages. Get key nutrients without the BS. Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/WMMA to start your ritual today. All right, let's see. Oh, this is a good mom hack for, God, that video really fucking was amazing, by the way. Gavin. Okay, here we go. I recently discovered a mom hack for finger painting. I have been reluctant to allow my 18-month-old to finger paint inside because I like my walls and my furniture too much to allow him to destroy it any further. Last week, after a week of rain, I was desperate to entertain him indoors, so I put him in our bathtub in his diaper, hell yeah, and let him finger paint in there. Once he decided he was bored with it, I took away his paintings to dry, ran the tub, gave him a bath, and rinsed off the walls of my shower. Good. All of the paint was contained in our bathtub and easily rinsed off. This is great. I hope other moms can use this hack. It's perfect for cold or rainy days because we have plenty in New England. Very good. Please come to Boston Clean. That's a great one. Yeah, there's all kinds of bathtub. We do shaving cream in the bathtub. That's really easier to clean up. There's also these wonderful bins you can buy on Amazon. They're like activity bins, and you can throw your kids in there and buy like beads and all kinds of sensory stuff. I don't know if so much an indoor. I'm trying to see which one. Those on the bottom, second row, one over, like those big ass things. You can fill those with flour, sand, beads, you name it. My boys go nuts just with full. Also, you want to add a little oil to the flour to make it less poofy so that it kind of sticks together.
Ooh, look at this thing.
Oh, I like that.
Holy shit. You put all the Legos in there and then afterwards you just pour it?
Oh, funnels. That's kind of cool.
Smart.
Word of advice, though, do not buy... Oh, sand. Don't buy real sand on Amazon.
Don't buy real sand?
Yeah, you can buy 50-pound bags of sand on Amazon to fill your tub with. That shit gets everywhere. It'll ruin everything. Don't even do the sand. I'd rather do flour or something kind of biodegradable. So like if it rains, that the flour's gone kind of thing.
Doesn't it get all doughy?
Yeah, some of it, but then most of it washes away. I prefer doughy to like sand in my house, sand in my fucking yard, sand in the dog, sand everywhere. The kids love the sand. Okay, let's, do we have any, do we have a voicemail mom hack? Let's do that.
Hey, Mommy, this is another canine mommy here, and I have a dog mom canine hack for you. So back in episode 74, you were talking about all these things that your vet sent home. So you got to wipe the paws, you got to do the drops, for this and that. And I just wanted to let you know that if you switch your dog to raw food diet, like you go to the refrigerated section, you don't have to get their anal glands expressed. It clears up a lot of skin issues because they're not processing all those extra carbs, and it helps their breath, and you don't have to get their teeth cleaned.
What the fuck?
That's my canine mommy hack. Good luck. Tis mommy beat me.
See, as an immigrant, I'm fundamentally opposed to feeding my dog people's food. You know, it feels too bougie. It's like I'm officially I'm too white. I'm too much of a cracker if I'm feeding my fucking dog like fancy feasts, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
but she's right though. It'll cut down.
It's like big dog food. The big dog food lobby has been trying to hammer it into you that you need their processed kibbles and bits.
Oh my God!
When
I know.
really, like, because I mean, think about, like, I don't think they've had dog food around for like 300 years. I think for the most part, they've just like been eating people scraps.
Oh my God! You just blew my mind. You're right. Oh my God! Dog food hasn't always existed.
Yeah,
that just started in like the industrialized world.
Yeah, and I think I read an article where it's like if you fed your dog like just the scraps of your food, like whole foods, they end up living way longer, and they don't have as like many problems with their stuff.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You just blew my mind open.
Yeah, dog. It's a big dog food lobby.
Yeah, and like I think I grew up because my dad would always say like, no, you always feed the dog rocks. You feed him the rocks, never the soft food because he gets diarrhea. And I'm like the rocks meaning like the kibble, But the kibble's so bad for them. You're right. Fuck. Oh my God. I'm going to have to get my dog on this diet.
Think of all the stuff. Shit. It's like they got to grind everything up and then they got to put some in there to glue it all back together and shit, you know?
Dude, you're right. What am I doing? I'm sorry, Bitsy.
Yeah, just give her like the carrot shavings or whatever the fuck, right?
Carrot shavings or whatever the fuck. I mean, who are you? Okay. You're a savage.
That's the one that got you?
Man, everything you say is just it's retarded and it's okay, this is kind of interesting. I've got a great mom hack for you. In a way, it kind of feels like a Pajitsky effect. I have not started potty training yet. My daughter is 14 months, but I saw another mom post this and it blew my mind. The kid-sized toilets have always grossed me out knowing that I need to clean it out every time. But this mom put a diaper in the bowl to catch everything and make cleanup super easy. I attached a picture of it, honestly. I'm so mad I didn't think of this, but I'm grateful I know about it. Wow. That's kind of interesting. Oh my God, that's brilliant. You just put a diaper in the potty.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my mind is blown. But you're still picking up and cleaning up piss and poop, but at least it's there.
Isn't this how like a kid toilet seat kind of works? Like it's kind of like an add-on. It's just this one, you just throw it away.
It's pretty great.
I like it.
I like it too, bros. Good job. Let's close on some Pajitsky effects. These are always good. Now, Native, you mentioned you had one.
Oh, yeah. So...
yeah.
So it's been cold the last few nights.
Yeah.
And as you know, I don't sleep with a lot on.
Ugh, I know. Please don't remind me.
And so like 2 nights ago, it was so cold in my room that like, cause I have the Brook linen sheets that you got me a while ago.
They're awesome.
Where you have like the thin sheet and then you have the big comforter, which is way too thick for me. Like it's never been cold enough for me to be able to actually use that thick boy. So the first night I'm just like, I'm naked in my bed and I have like the thin sheet over. And I'm just like, man, it's really cold. It's going to be a rough night. And then just the whole night I'm tossing and turning, literally waking up from being too cold. And then the next night I'm like, oh boy, it feels cold again. Looks like we're going to have another rough night ahead of us. And then I remember like, oh yeah, I have pajama pants and a shirt that I could put on. And also I have like a heater that could like heat up the room like 5 degrees if I wanted to. And I slept perfect. And I was just like, I can't believe I was prepared to just have another sleepless night because I'm too cold.
Yeah. There's a point in my life as an adult where I realized I don't have to be cold anymore. I think so. There was a point when I first started touring and I would tour in the winters and I would layer up. I would wear like this Laugh Factory sweatshirt that I had because it was thick. And then I would wear just like a shitty jacket over it in these horrible climates. And then one day I thought to myself, I don't have to be cold anymore. I can buy a winter coat.
Yeah,
and I did.
It's wild, man. Because I mean, it's the all the things from your parents are beaten into you. It's like, don't turn the heat on, don't turn the AC on, just be okay with how it is. And then as you get older, you're like, oh no, I could turn that shit on. Like that's a priority for me.
It's a priority, and you can afford it.
Yeah.
And you can do it. You got that.
Being comfortable is a priority.
Ugh, God damn it. Okay, hold on. I might do one. What would Christina P do? Because we haven't done that in a while. Okay.
You got mom questions? CP's got mom answers. What would Christina P do?
Okay. There's so many. You guys have gotten so many good. Do we have any voicemailed ones that I can?
No.
Okay. I'll read these then. Okay, hold on. This is I think there's a lot of miscarriage stuff. Hold on. Let me just pick one that's. Okay. It's such a tough issue. Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me make sure I get a good one. Do you want to dance? Okay. I've been married for 6 years, and after really making an effort, I recently became pregnant for the first time. A few days after my 36th birthday earlier this month, I miscarried. I've been recovering for the past week, but I am troubled by the way one of my friends responded when I told her. She's an SJW type person. She has never been pregnant, and she basically told me she didn't consent to learning my bad news and that she wasn't emotionally grounded enough to hear it. Oh, God, I hate your friend already. She never once asked me how I felt or how I was doing. Anyway, I thought that was emotionally R-worded of her, and I resent the fact that she made my misfortune about her. Is it okay for me to shove my foot all the way up her faux sensitive twat, or do I need her consent? So that's the first question. I think you need to look for new friends.
Yeah, get this person out of your life.
This person sucks. I mean, even if somebody's not ready to hear your news, it's like, dude, she's supposed to be your friend, and she just weaseled out of being that friend to you.
Yeah. She's like, just give me the good stuff. I only want the good stuff of being friends with people.
Yeah, that's really sad, and it makes me sad that she wasn't there for you. More importantly, the reason I'm writing is that I wanted to know how you picked up the pieces after your experience with miscarriage and how you kept your chin up. I keep falling apart at the memory of seeing the ultrasound of my baby so still without a heartbeat, and my husband waited outside because of COVID restrictions, and I've been having nightmares about the traumatic experience of holding it in my hand. After passing it naturally and painfully at home. I know there is nothing I did wrong, but I feel guilty, heartbroken, and lonely after spending almost 3 months of my life with another being growing inside of me. I am afraid of going through this again, and my age is constantly on my mind as a risk factor. Any words of advice or encouragement? Yes, of course, Mia. I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you. It's like, I think it's like the worst. It really is the worst. One of the worst experiences in life is a miscarriage. It's just horrific, horrendous. And it's also a secret thing. You know, I don't know if you told people you were pregnant and then you had to go back and tell people you'd miscarried. That's like a whole horror show as well. There's a lot of secrecy, right? Like you can't exactly broadcast to people. Maybe you did, but most of the time you don't, you know, and it's hard to find women that can relate. So I appreciate you reaching out to me. So how did I pick up the pieces? It's slow. It's sad. I say talk to a professional. Always talk to a professional, because you're going to grieve the loss of somebody you knew, but you didn't know. So you're grieving the loss of this wonderful idea of a new life. And, it's complicated. You're going to grieve. You're just going to go through the grieving process. And then I wish I could tell you that once you do get pregnant again, it goes away. I did not feel secure with both my babies until they were in my arms, safely delivered. And even that first year, you're just like, oh God, all the things that can potentially happen. So, yeah, it sucks. And I'm very sorry. And what you can do is reach out to other women you know have gone through it. Talk to them about it. Talk to people about it. Not your stupid SJW friend, but anyone else. And what you can do to mitigate the fear and the anxiety of the next pregnancy is go to a professional, I don't know where you live, a fertility doctor. You may want to check everything out, see how the plumbing is doing. They do a series of tests for 1 month. They'll monitor your cycle. You can get your, estrogen, your levels, your your FSH tested to see if that's at a good place, and test your partner's sperm, see where he's at. There's a lot of medical options and interventions and such to try to prevent against another miscarriage. Sometimes nature is just a cruel bitch, and there's nothing you can do but for preventing miscarriage. But I was so traumatized that I opted for IVF on my second child, just because at the age of 40 your chance of miscarriage goes to 50-50, and I was like, nope, don't even want to try. Not going to go through that heartache again. So understandable. Try to be kind to yourself, take the time you need, and cry. Fucking cry and eat brownies. And I'm so sorry. That's all you can do.
I think that's good advice, Gene.
Yeah, it's so sad. And I also wish it weren't it's such a common occurrence. it's such a common occurrence. I really wish more women would say, look, well, this happened to me too. Not a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal, but in terms of you feeling so isolated and alone, it's like, hey, dude.
Yeah, if you go into a support group and see that there's a lot of people that have your same traumatic shared experience,
oh my God.
I'm sure that's super, validating and makes you more okay with it, knowing that other people have gone through it.
Yes, and knowing that it is such a normal part of reproduction, that nature is a savage, cruel bitch. Okay, let's leave on some positive stuff, some Pajitsky effects, which I just love because they're just so ridiculous. Do we have one there? Let's do a voicemail. These are so funny. I love these so much.
Hey, Jeans. My name is Kristen. I've got a Pajitsky effect for you. Ever since I was 12 or 13 years old, I've struggled putting on my bras. I could never get the hang of reaching behind me to clasp the hooks together. They were always off kilter or I couldn't find them. So I always hooked it and then slipped it over my head like a sports bra, and then I'd wonder why the underwire broke constantly. Then last year, I had 2 simultaneous Pajitsky effects. First, I learned that you can put the bra on backwards, hook it in the front, and then twist it front ways and slip your arms under the straps. Mind-blowing. And then I learned that you can buy bras that are designed to hook in the front.
Yes.
And I'm never going back to buying an over-the-shoulder boulder holder that hooks in the back. Keep them high and tight. Bye.
Over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
Yes. A tit sling. You ever heard that?
Never heard that.
That's old school. That's what we said back in the day, homie. Yeah, that's a good one, man. The clip in the front, I think that's more for smaller chests, though. So if you do have a bigger rack, I don't know if those will be as effective. I don't know. But good for you. It's a fucking nightmare. Nightmare. Oh, let's do another voicemail since we've got them.
Hey, Katrina. So I wear a rain jacket to work because I'm outside about 15 minutes, and then I'm inside for 2-3 hours, and I go back outside. Just this week, I was inside, and I'm sweating, and I am like, this is horrible. And I finally think to myself, wow, I can just take the jacket off and then put it on when I go outside. I don't have to wear it all day long. Yeah, I just thought I'd share that Pajitsky effect. Have a great day.
So fun, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm such a fucking idiot. I do that with temperature too. Like, I don't have to be cold all day. I don't have to be hot all day.
Right. Like, I remember like, oh shit, it's fucking freezing. Oh, I could put a jacket on.
I could put a jacket on. Just suffer all day. Okay. Hi, Mommy. I grew up in a house with no central air. Box or table fans were a must, and now I cannot sleep without the sound of a fan running. I was complaining to a coworker about how the air in my face would leave me with a sore throat during the winter months. They looked at me like I was R-worded and explained I didn't need the fan to blow directly in my face to get the sound I need to sleep. 42 years old and just realized I can have the fan noise, but not be blasted in the face with it. Now that is a very proper Pajitsky effect right there. The
42 years old.
Age is everything. You have to realize it like middle life. That everything you've been doing is stupid and wrong. Well, on that note, send me everything at WhereMyMomsAt@gmail.com. Leave me a voicemail, 213-375-5184. As always, thank you so much for watching, for listening. Subscribe on YouTube if you like this show. And until next time, stay cool, moms. Bye.
Where my mom's at. Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at. Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at.
Where my mom's